everyone and welcome back to Prehistoric Kingdom. Yeah, I can't believe I'm saying that, but it's been a while that I have been in this game, and there have been some massive updates, including Flatrides and brand new Vivariums. Actually, Vivariums as we would have loved to have them in Planet Zoo. We are going to have a little look at them, and we are going to start a new park for that, because I want to show you, in case you have missed out on all the previous updates throughout this year. I think it's been a year since I've played it last time. There is incredible amount of new stuff in game. It's really feeling a lot more like a game by now, and so I want to give you a bit of an overview. It's going to be a relatively short video, but I want to give you a bit of an overview what the game is like, and there's going to be a full build following. I also need to get back my old save games and go back into one and continue a build in there. Anyways, you can see this is the brand new way to start the game, so it's not like as it was previously where you just loaded in and it was always per default kind of sandbox. No, you can actually play the game by now, so you can go into challenge mode or sandbox mode. You can set the difficulty. You've got some different starting conditions, you've got starting money, you can go for a different theme, you want to have it all in. You can see there are different themes already in. They brought some new themes along the way, so we've got a modern theme, the tropical theme, these are the ones I still covered, but then we also have the brand new arid theme, the Stone Age theme, which is very interesting, could have been useful for my Flintstones build, by the way, and the rustic theme, which is also kind of a Christmas kind of thing. Then you can also set a couple of other things down here with the animals. You can also just randomize which starter animals you have. It's Smilodon over here, Parasaurolophus, and I can't name that one. And this is definitely going to be the Admontosaurus over here. There you have also kind of other ones. A whole bunch of different animals in. We've got different locations. Jordan is one new one. Spain, United Kingdom, USA, Tanzania, which is also a pretty damn good one. Canada as a boreal one, and Costa Rica as the typical kind of, Jurassic Park location. I am going for, oh boy, I don't even know what. I think we're going for Spain, because we've got a little flat there, family flat, if I want to call that. It's like a holiday house, if you will. But we're going to play this in the creative mode, and you can also play Sandbox in the tycoon mode, and then you can have all the different things activated as well. So if we go to the creative mode, you can see the stuff is deactivated. So we will still activate a couple of things. Actually, we will have a look at some things, but there's a lot going on. Also, I find this interesting that staff is displayed with a staff vehicle, but I think there's no staff vehicle in here. But you can also see that the unlocks are given animal settings. I'm going to start it this way because I want to show you some stuff. But yeah, the menu has been changed dramatically. The UI has been improved quite a lot. So this game, and that was one of my main criticisms of the game a year ago, is that the game still doesn't feel like a game. It was still a pretty beautiful toolbox, but now it's becoming more and more of a game, specifically with the latest updates. Animals do graze now. Animals have a certain way to, look at things and interact. There's a lot of interaction going on. The graphics have been improved, and so on and so forth. You can see there's a brand new way the game starts, and you can see this in here. There's the logistics center, which is used. There's like a staff building. There's a couple of other things, and you have to actually manage stuff over here. You can see there is a truck you can add. And then the truck will deliver certain things. We can actually add 2 of them and add them into the bay. And then you can also, check all the different routes, what they do deliver. You can see in here what the loading bay color is like, and you can change all these things. Then we have the basic staff center over here that is housing our stuff, obviously. And then you can use that in here to, hire the different staff members. That's as for the game. I just want to show you that you've got all these things at hand. We can also hire a keeper, and a brand new one is the veterinarian, who's also been added now to the game. So that is pretty cool, because before we jump into the vivariums and stuff, we can see the menu down here has also been simplified but yet streamlined. The whole menu is nice looking. You've got the park services where you can find also the unlocks. We need to build a fossil depot over here, as you can see. I'm just going to plop down a couple of things here just so you see that. It works pretty much the same. You can also go into advanced moves somehow, but I don't even know how, because I have not set all the, I guess somehow that is working, but I haven't really done this. Also, let's just plop on some music. There we have it. need to make that a little, actually that's fine. So there you have the depot. I'm just gonna leave it as is, you know, and then we've got the fossil, and we could do some excavations. Obviously that's all been done because of Sandbox, but yeah, very nice indeed that you've got all these management aspects in. You can also build like a research center. I'm just gonna plop all these things down so you have a basic idea how that looks, you know. Then you've got all your profits at hand and so on and so forth, but there's more to this. So if we go to the build mode, you can see we have a lot of animal care. Last time I checked, we only had like 2 or 3 things in here, but now you've got also enrichment items, just like 4 rocks where there's fruit, and you can even see these greenish arrows displaying where the animals can go and interact with it. We also have this for meat. There's like fish in here. You've got different type of things. What's it? The animal metallic walkway. Ooh, look at that. That's like a walkway for animals that they can pass through. I mean, this is basically just a blueprint because you can literally build it the way that goes. You can plop that down and we basically have one. We've got nests in here, which is also a super cool addition to the game, similar to Jurassic World's nest. Then we also have the birthing bed, which is different. This is for hatching. This is for giving birth, so that's different. We have a termite mound. We do have also a hay clump where they can go in and do some stuff with, you know. And we obviously have shelter, as they also have shelter need now. So there's a lot of different interaction. We also have our well-known pumpkin. We've got a water trough. We've got different type of foodies, you know. There's a lot of cool things that we can use. But you can also see there's animal care, is the feeding. But we also do have the different logistics, you know. There is the bathroom for guests, obviously. This is all the guest stuff in here, as you can see. There's a lot to be shown. I mean, I plopped all this thing down here. Can I just select all these? There was like a multi-select way, but okay, hold on. Okay, I can multi-select these things like this and then move them out of the way. So let's see, how do I move? Okay, just pressing M. That is fairly simple. So there we have it. Oh, I was about to say, wait, hold on. I can just, okay, and then M, and then advanced move is V. Ah, there you go. They changed that. So you have the same in here, and then you can also scale in the game. You can't do this with enrichment items though, but I think if I do press this one, yeah, there you can see. And the scaling in this game is even cooler because you can scale this alongside various axes, which is kind of ridiculous that this works, but this was always something I really loved. What's that message, by the way? Compost heap. Okay, well, we do also need a compost heap where they bring back the compost. So let's pop that here. So we have this done, and we also have a compost heap because they do get all the stuff that gets out of the dinosaur back. Pathing has not really been changed too much. What we do have is obviously a different type of path, and then you can see there's a new way to have the width and stuff set, and then you can just like build it, and you can see toggle curve, just like this is pretty much known, just like this, and then we can bring this back, and you can easily fill this in if you wish to. So that's a kind of nice thing to do, just like fill it in. And the texture is not like flickering or anything, it just allows you to build on top of these things very nicely, and it becomes like a plaza. This always has been a very favorite thing. If you're wondering like why there are no bridges or anything in here, well, because people and guests can actually walk on everything you build. So they can basically also walk over a bridge like this if you put this down. Just give them enough space to meander over and it's all gonna go, which I find very good. But anyways, I was about to show you the guest facilities because there is new stuff in here. There are also a lot of blueprints, as you can see, but we've got brand new attractions. This is what I wanted to show you. So we do have a brand new Ferris wheel. Let's plop that here-ish. So there we go, and we also have like a watchtower, a panoramic tower. We could put that one just like here. There we go. And then there was, what's that? A viewing binoculars. Ooh, oh, they have already been in, but that's kind of cool. They I remember those being in. Inaccessible to guests. Yeah, blah blah. I'm not sure if we need to build like a queue for that. Again, I checked the notes, but I've not really been too much into the game lately, so I'm very sorry if I miss out on certain things and you're like the expert on these things. Well, fine, then that's great, and maybe you can tell. You can just help me. I'm just wondering if there is. Like, is there like a queue? Natural path, stone path? No, it's not really been a queue. Okay, the game doesn't notify me that there's anything wrong. Well, that's fine. So yeah, we'll get to the big one in a minute. You want to see the vivariums, I know. But we also have some really cool donation boxes over here. They are pretty nice. We've got also different... Didn't want to favor that one. All the other stuff you already knew, like these kiosk stuff you knew. We've got a new restaurant piece. That one is brand new as well. So that's pretty cool. We also have a shopping center, which is fairly decent. That's one of the few things where I really prefer the Planet Zoo version over the the Prehistoric Kingdom version, I must say. Like the way we can use this in Planet Zoo is just like so cool. You've got some vending machines, but we also have like visitor entrances, as in you know, they're hidden nicely in here though. But like this, you can easily do some subway stations or so. Absolutely adore that. You also have like a ticket booth where they can grab some tickets. So that is really cool. Like a lot of very nice facilities they added over the time. And then you can also have like toilets over here. I'm just gonna plop one down just like so. And what else do we have over here? Tropical restaurant, tropical souvenir kind of booth. So we can all these put it. And this is what I meant, just to show you. They just easily walk up the stairs and get there. So this is why they could also make these very nice you know, kind of raised buildings. Tropical toilet, what else do we have in here? Restaurant, tropical... Wait, hold on, is the music... The music from the game is back. Okay, I should... Actually, you know what? I'm just gonna quickly open the settings, and I'm just gonna say music go down. I'm gonna put my own music in, because I do not know exactly... Wait, hold on. Why does the music kick in all of a sudden? Okay, well, hold on. Apply. There you have it. And now we can put my music in the background because I want to have a bit more control over it. All right. So as I said, very nice stuff in here. Has like so many things you could put down, and as you can see, there's even like a natural viewing tower. This is so cool. This is just using the binoculars, but people can actively go up there, which is so freaking insane. Honestly, this is so good. I really need to play this game again. Hold on, why didn't that work? Let's just rotate. Did I not press V correctly? So, I'm just gonna plop this here. There you go. It doesn't really matter. Yeah, I know it's not accessible. Hold on, I'll be there with the pathing. So, just like so. There we have it. Now it should be accessible. Inaccessible to guest? That's not true. Should be able to go up there. Anyways, maybe it's gonna check itself in a second. But wow, there is more to what we have. So you can see there's a lot of stuff in here. You even have like all these kind of things. And then down here, you've got even more. You've got a plaza blueprint kind of thing. And you've got bins and benches and all these kind of things you would love to have, you know. Just like everything as you can imagine. There are some seating options they have brought into the game. You can even see how people can access these. So... Man, they have done some work in this game. So really cool. You can even see amenities, education. There's like these things, entertainment, attractions, which is super cool as well. There you have these animal information sign. So why is that like? There you have it. Okay, so this is that, bins and seating. So cool. And now going over, this is the park logistics, as I was saying. And oh my god, this is Jurassic Park Wrangler. I think this is the one that Best in Slot built. And I used this with the way too many lights in here. And I've got this pretty much Jeep. Okay, but there's like, as you can see, produce foods, produce station mixed. This is so cool. This is where they produce all the foods for the animals. So in case you have missed that out last year, there's like all a complete production for foodies that you also need to bring into the park. So there's a lot of stuff. And then we have all the park services, which is brand new. We do have a new quarantine bay small, as you can put in here, and a quarantine bay big. And this is obviously used by the vets. Then in here, the research station and the staff center is not needed because we're in here. But we also have animal nurseries, which is where you get the animals from. This is a super large one in a not playable area. Okay, whatever. Just gonna bring this in here. So there we have that huge... You can really tell already by that little plopping down how much you will need to build in order to get the game's logistics running. So the game really offers quite a lot of stuff. And then we also have park power. There's also a lot of power you need to get in. Obviously, we are in Sandbox, we don't need to, but there's a lot of kind of nice stuff like a wind turbine, a different type of wind turbine, a solar panel kind of thing that you can put in, and a geothermal plant as well. So there's a lot of stuff for you at a fingertip. So that is super amazing. If we go to habitats, you will now find there is a lot of different type of fences in here, and we are going to draw a real nice fence around this little area there real quick. Let's see if we can find a nice type of fence. I'm going to use we use also like a null fence as always, but you can draw the fence pretty much like in Jurassic World Evolution. No need to learn anything else, just working exactly the same way. And then boom, you got created your habitat. But you also need gates, so you have different type of staff gates you can plop in here, so that's kind of nice. You also have like a small one, as you can see over here. I'm just gonna willing to put the bigger one in, and then you can see the info that is not accessible is gone. But there are also another one, and this is the big one. This is the vivariums, and we're going to make like a bit of a plaza here to the right, where we are going to have the vivarium. So let's just do this, and then just plop all these things in here. So let's go in, and then we have them in here, and you can see there's like a small vivarium type of thing, which is that one, and then there is another one which is amphibious box, but there's like a bigger one here too. And the good thing is you can actually increase also the size of those, so it's pretty damn impressive how many different variants you have in here. So oops, here goes that one. And then you also have different type of those. You can see amphibious, this is the amphibious large, and then you also have the wait, hold on, why are they all called the same? As terrestrial, okay, the preview there you have that the preview name is kind of wrong. So terrestrial is another one, and then this is the arboreal. This is what the other one I wanted to show you. So you could do different ones, but if I click on that one, and I'm gonna, oh wait, hold on, you can see you can put different type of foods in, which is all kind of management aspects, which type of things you have in here for the food. Then you can have the environment changed quite a lot, like get lesser tropical palms or more, get rid of the shrubs if you wanted to, ferns, make that all a little less. Look at that, you have that like almost not filled in. You can also get rid of these, and you could also change to like a different preset over here, as you can see. This could also be a desert preset, this can be a tropical preset, or like a temperate preset, and then you also do get access to different type of stuff in here. You can also rocks, but also you can randomize the seed, and then you can see the placement of the plants is becoming different, which is super amazing. But there's also a lot of enrichment, and that changes the face of what you're building as well. For those of you playing Planet Zoo, you obviously can see the differences, but also the similarities, which makes sense. And this goes to show how good Planet Zoo really was, because Planet Zoo did establish these things for a reason, and I feel like this game follows this route because they figured after a lot of testing that this still may have been the best way. However, they do improve on a lot of things. So first of all, you can see there is an opening here, which goes for the realism aspect in this, actually to put some stuff in. But there's also, I'm just going to go for the tropical preset over here. You can see by putting all the enrichment in, you can't get more than all these other things. You can actually get more palms if you want to. Or you can decrease some of these things, even though that doesn't really change much. But yeah, depending on what the enrichment items were you putting in, you get access to these things or not. So it's actually kind of nicely done. But you can also make the whole thing, configure the whole thing differently. So what you can do is you can change this from this one into this one into this one, which is nice. You can quickly access the different versions. I can't go back to this one. Yeah, it's obviously still a beta, but can I also do this with like, okay, well that doesn't work. So we have to click on that one again. So while doing this, we can just try to go for the other configuration. We can't. Okay, we go for this one then instead. Oh, well, whatever. And you can also add a species just from fingertip over here, which, hold on, that doesn't make any sense because I'm not for, am I in the arboreal Archaeopteryx and create this one, create, create. So there we go, and create a female one. 7 ones are going to be created over here, as you can see. And then ready, release animal. And put that one in here. There you have it.
These ones look a bit hungry.
And then we can place them in.
Fill them growling from here.
Okay, Vivarium is filled.
Stomach related.
So now that is fine. And now you could also see these ones, I assume, need meat. So there we have some meat foods for them. But now we could also go and give them more enrichment, which then also hit play, so we can see them move. And you can see this is like a faux tree. You can also use that one, but it gets the faux tree. And then they will be flying around, getting some food, you know. And what I figured is that even though it still is kind of a loop, it looks a lot better than in Planet Zoo, which is a way to implement it. I do hope, though, that Planet Zoo will manage to have actual birds in, but this way is really nice looking. So you can also put lamps in and then edit lamps and just keep the different kind of things. But that is not all. You can also change different type of rock colors down here. As you can see, put snow on or just have the normal one. This is the, oh god, is that the box color? I don't even know what that is going to do. I think this is the light that you're editing. And then you can also use some of the rock color down here. You can see you do change that one. And you can also change a lot of other things in here. It's kind of ridiculous what you can also change in here. Because there's also more. You can then change the different things. You can make each side separately or all the same. So we can make this null, and all of a sudden the box is open and you can do whatever you want with it. They obviously will not escape. So you can go also with the mesh. You can have a facade fully for a cladding or a short cladding, and obviously you do see this from the inside though. We can also just go to glass again, and you've got this box, you know. But that is how you edit this. If you go for each side, you can do each side separately, and you can also do the roof. So if you say null, the roof is basically open, as you can tell. Also, yeah, camera check is the same. It's kind of open. And what's also pretty interesting is when you do go for all null, let's say like this, hold on, null and null, then you can see that this is basically just an open box. You can style the way you want. And now I see you already questioning, can I do this as well with those ones? Well, you can. So if we go for the styling of this one, we can obviously say null, we can say null, we can say null, we can say null, we can say null. And you just have that box of water. This is the type of freedom I always hoped to have. Okay, there's a bit of a glitch going on here. Or is that just like the yeah, I don't mind, but this is so cool, you know. If you go, for example, to say glass, then it automatically creates the full glass because you do have a roof, you know. It does make a lot of sense. So if you go for cladding, it just kind of adds the same stuff only for the top, because you said to have that for the top. But if you go for null and then you go for glass here, it still creates the full one. You can also have like the facade if you wanted to. But as soon as you have one side done, it needs to create the full one. But you can go for a full null version, and then you could go, and I'm not going to show you the full building set because that's like the blueprints and you can build yourself, but like you could now go in and let's see if we can find an easy fence. Let's just type in fence. I'm not willing to do too much myself, but you can now just have this one. Can I align this to a box like this? Hold on. How is toggle curve? Oh wait, this is a fence builder, right? Ooh, well that makes things even more so simple. Length, angle, use grid. Is there like a more... Yeah, I could use that one, but is there like an even smaller one? What about this one? Okay, this works. That one works too. Okay, so let's use this one. You can then just easily build... Okay, we don't want to curve that one. We just want to easily build this like so. And like so. And you just created like an exhibit inside of an exhibit. It's kind of ridiculous that it works this way. And you can still go onto the vivarium, obviously. And now you can add some species for that one. And hold on, this is not the correct species. We don't want to... Oops, hold on. Species, come on. So why is this back to list? So this is not the list we want to have. Sort by unlocked, sort by type. Sort by unlock. Why are only those 2 unlocked? This makes no sense whatsoever. We should have other animals available as well. I guess... Okay. Open genetics lab. Okay, there's this one. Back to list. I'm a bit confused to why they are just in here. Alright, I think that was just my own stupidity, because I only have these 2 species available. I assume that is just because I don't have certain deluxe or whatever unlocks because I'm not on Patreon. I guess that may be the reason, but as soon as I do hit this button, as you can see over here, then we do have this one. So I see all these animals, but there's obviously no aquatic ones also available for me, which is a bit of a pity, but they are available somehow, I guess. What I also love is this little letter over here. This is just so cool. But yeah, as you can tell, this works pretty much the same. And I do have some of these species. I'm not even sure if I can put this. Yeah, see, this is funny. I can put these one in here.
I'm really enjoying my lunch.
So
but
that
these
one.
animals should probably have some too.
So this is kind of interesting. Wait, this is okay. That doesn't work. I thought this one was going to work with that little fake thing I did, but I can put these ones in here. Obviously, I thought these were also Vivarium species, but they weren't. So yeah, it's just me, I guess, because I don't have them. But Tobias is also gonna go and join this one. So let's plop them all in. It's a bit of a pity that I can't show you all the other ones, but I guess that's fine. No food accessible, but we were gonna do this. Your food is meat, so that should be fine. I'm not sure if they even eat fish, but let's do it that way. You also have like bugs in here if you want to. And then we can style the whole thing again. As I said earlier, there's a whole bunch of potential stuff you can just give them to access. Oh, it's so good. I love the way these things work. You can also, like this big one over here is also very underrated because you can do some really big stuff. And then, I mean, just like imagine how creative you can get with this. Like you can literally just is this still working? Yeah, you can literally just how close does this get? Okay, so hold on. This works pretty much exactly the same. Why is angle snap not activated? Where's the angle snap? Damn, I can't even... Okay, I'm not sure how the angle snap is being activated, but I can somehow merge that. I think you would be able to merge this super close to each other, and then if you do this, null, you can hopefully merge them so close together that it looks like one, and you can create like one huge vivarium if you want to, or like one huge lake. I think that would be really cool. Let's actually plop, like for the rest of the episode, it's already enough for the showcase today, but what I'm willing to do is just because they are fully bred in no time, I'm willing to just plop a couple animals into the big cage there to showcase a bit of the movements and stuff, because they have been improving this dramatically, as I said. So let's get some cool ones in. Who do we take? The Triceratops, this one is kind of nice as well. Go back to list. I want to have also that one. Just give you a couple of nice ones. Let's use the bear as well. And then we could use that weird looking one. We've got a Pantera. Let's use that one. I'm not sure if they fight each other right now or if it's all on peaceful. I have no clue. Let's grab a tiny little Velociraptor here as well. Just in for the looks of it. And we also take you. Okay, well, that should all be good. And now we can plop them all into the big cage here. Just to... I think I can also just use them all and then say release. It's also kind of cool that you can plop them where you want. You can even rotate them, which is pretty funny. Can I put you into the... Can you just... Yeah, I can. I can put you in. And then hit play. Oh, look at that. And there's a vet just running through here. And this one is just using it as I thought it was. And what are they doing? Are they collecting? Wait, hold on. Vet surveying enclosure. That is interesting. It's like a very nice... Oh my god, look at this. Dude, you're sticking your head through them then like this. Okay, so this is kind of cool. You've got them moving around. And yeah, as I said, it's so freaking good. They have really outdone themselves with a lot of these things. The game really has evolved so much over time, and it's looking so good. It's kind of funny though that it suffers from the same kind of issues when it comes to navigation and all these kind of pathfinding things than Planet Zoo does. So it seems like something about these games that is being very similar to each other. Also, I love the fact that these small little ones can also swim. It's so cool. There's like our Velociraptor with a, oh, look at that, there's kind of a wet snout when it has had its head in the water. So freaking good over here, so freaking good. That is also good. Okay, now, well, I guess this has been mostly what I wanted to show you. There's so much more to be done with the game. I will actually figure out a couple of things, and after Christmas we will have a one-off build. I'm not entirely sure yet what I want to build. I have a certain idea in mind. I cannot promise when exactly it's ready, but I will go back to the game just because it is so freaking good by now. I've had it on my radar forever in the last couple months, but there's been so much going on with the release of Jurassic and, you know, Planet Coaster 2 and all the other games, and obviously life, I guess. So hopefully this little overview helped you to get back to grips what the game offers by now, and hopefully you enjoyed it as much as I did. I certainly enjoyed it quite a lot. Look at that, 0.9 rating. Is the park open, by the way? Because I don't see any guests. This is actually one of the things I wanted to... Let's have a look. Park services, no, animal servery, management view, open. Park is open. Okay, let's see what happens if I speed up, if guests are coming. Because technically they should be able to see some animals now. Or is that maybe, don't we have, is there like a spawner in here? Prehistoric Kingdom, open to guests. Okay, well, I think maybe because there is no park entrance booth. I remember that being an issue when I did this last time, so... Let's go to the facilities, guest facilities, and then park logistics. No, guest, and then attraction, amenities, attraction. Where was the visitor? Oh, there we have it. Visitor ticket booth. There we have some. I remember that has been an issue in the past, and then this is why no guests were able to join the park. Is that maybe the thing now? Okay, well, I think guests just don't want to join. What about this one? Is this open? Open finance overview. Always keep the light on. Donation. No staff needed. Okay, merge. Fine. What's that? Like, no staff needed. Okay, Betty Richardson. That's all good. Yeah, I'm wondering why there's no guests coming into the park. It does tell me we've got animals, we've got staff, which is good, I guess, but there's no one coming into a park. Okay, fine. I'll gotta figure that out, but for the moment, I just wanted to showcase this. Oh, did I mention, in case you haven't seen that, we've got a lot of new camera settings over here. We can smooth the camera, which is pretty cool for making cinematics. Look at that. Woo! I'm just gonna move fancily fast right now, but this just helps to do some cinematics, if you will. And you also have like a guest mode. You can go down and then just have a look. Hello, you know, you can just like interact with everything. There's our raptors in here. Ooh, flying about, having a good time, you know. It's kind of cool also that you have that in the open box over here. Look at that. There's a good time, having a good time here. Hopping from A to B. Hello, my friend. So yeah, oh god, it's so good. I don't want to stop even. I don't want to stop. It's so good. But yeah, so this is that. You have the staff members running around also, because in the past people have been talking about this. Yeah, they have improved the look of the people. It's still not where I would love to have it, but I think this is like a general thing about this. The Jurassic World Evolution guests also don't look anywhere near as charming and pleasing as the Planet guest, in my opinion. But yeah. So here we are. Hopefully you enjoy it. There's a lot, as I said, a lot going on. Some Jeeps. Can we drive them? There's a lot going on and a lot of nice stuff, by the way. We have not seen this in action, but yes, animals can get sick, and you can even see some of the disease on their skin, which is also pretty cool. So yeah. Guys, please give this game a chance. You can just give it a chance because it has been so well developed over the time. I know it took a while, you know, until it's where it is right now, but I think it's so deserving that you give it a little try and have a look how this game evolved over time. And you know, as I'm more of a sandbox player, this always offered something for me, but also if you are a challenge or like a management player, there you have it. There's a whole bunch of stuff for you to do now, and I'm very curious to hear what you find about this game. This has been a bonkers update with a lot of these vivariums and attractions, and yeah, just very cool. Thank you so much for watching, and have a wonderful Christmas. There's going to be a big special tomorrow for you, so check out the channel. It's going to be a very nice thing for you, and yeah. Other than that, have a wonderful Christmas time, and I hope to catch y'all after Christmas. Bye!